Hello everybody and welcome back to the Limbus Company. Alright, so 3 things. I know, we added an extra one this time. Number 1, I apologize if you hear my fan. It is currently 9 at night and almost 100 degrees outside. So it's real hot. I need the fans. I apologize. Number 2. You know what? I think we have 4 things. We'll just go down the list. Number 2. Unfortunately, I did not get the extra achievements. So, no guaranteed 3-star from Dawn's chapter for me. Very upsetting considering how close I was, but hey, that's what happens when you get a late start. Another thing is, if you're just following along and you haven't logged into the game in a while, the UI has changed. You might notice it's a little bit different. I'm of the opinion that I will probably get used to it, but right now I really don't like it. I really don't like it. So, let me show you the identities menu. Ooh, this right here, this is number 1 what I don't like. This just looks really, really messy. At least to me. It's like, it is technically easier to swap everything. Like, for example, on the left-hand side, I could just go to Faust, go to Dawn, go to Ryoshu, go to, you know, Brick Wall Salt. But, I don't know, maybe it'll grow on me. But another thing is, the ego menu. Is this in any particular order? Or is it just kind of like, eh? Like, for example, I think it's highest, yeah, I think you could change how it is. But either way, I'm not huge on the menus. I don't really like it. Like, for example, the right-hand side looks messier to me. I'm eh. And then the left-hand side is a lot tinier, so it's a little bit easier to tell, like, oh, this is this build at a glance. There's not as much scrolling, so I'm pretty okay with that. But yeah, maybe it'll grow on me, but it's definitely not right now. Now, for the last thing before we jump in. I'm so freaking upset that I decided to do my rolls in the previous episode with all my, my tickets. Because there is a freaking Blood Fiends extraction, and I had the potential to get Blood Fiend Otis, and I'm so mad! Ugh. Now, I know we do have 32,000, and technically I could do a roll right now. But I'm saving up for Magical Girl Dawn, and potentially whatever Hong Lu gets for his chapter as well. So very upsetting. Blew my load, so to speak, a little bit too early. But, meh, it'll be fine. I can wait. Plus, we have 390 boxes if it really comes down to it. So, we are in the business. Now, without further ado, let us continue in our quest to finish this chapter out. If you notice that this one is especially long, that's because I'm gonna do our absolute freaking best to make sure that we finish this chapter in this episode. So, just as a reminder, we're up against the 3. The Barber, Dulciana, and the Priest. They do all have crippling injuries, so, you know, that kind of helps. But here we go. This is what we've been saving our ego for. So that being said, what the heck do we want to open up with? Getting Requiem first thing is honestly pretty nice. So she's going to buff them up and give them a little bit of offense. So I think for the most part, we're honestly just going to ignore her. She's level 85. Okay, so they got 30 levels on us. That's cool. Whatever. Okie dokie. So we are favored in some. Favored. Neutral. We're favored here. Let's see. Favored here. Let's go for it. We can get some good resonance, and I think I'm gonna attempt to do that. I'm struggling here, so I'm not even gonna bother. Let's go for the shield. We're favored here. Okay, let's roll. We need a little bit of SP before we start spamming our ego, so that is something that I'm attempting to do. Okay, takes a bit of bleed. We get some of our stacks. Excellent. Good start. Good stuff. We didn't have any tremors, so unfortunately we're not getting any of the bonuses, but that's fine. We wanted the resonance. Okay, he enjoys being attacked. That's fine. Alright, good. Burn. It's only one burn, but still. Requiem. We are still going to take damage regardless, because she does have an unbreaking point, but good opener. Okay, she buffs them up, but she is way too slow. A-okay with me. It does buff them up next turn. I don't know what you're saying, lady, but I don't like your tone. Let's see. We're tickling him. Deep Laceration. On Clash lose, gain 3 bleed. Sewing target. Prioritized by the barber. Right. Okay. So let's see. Now we can start using some more of our actual abilities. I'm debating using Hex Nail just because we'll get such good use out of it throughout this entire fight. So I think I'm going to do that. We are dominating here, so let's do it. A little bit of SP regen could go a long way. We're unopposed here, unfortunately. So let's go boop. I kind of want to use Magic Bullet, but I know it's not a good idea. Let's see. This will give us a Magic Bullet, so let's go for it. We are favored. Neutral here. Unfortunate. Neutral. Neutral. Ugh. You know what? Dominating now. Bonk. Okay, he's real happy about being bled. He is buffed. Buffed even further. I could have sworn I was clashing that, but alright. Fair enough. Behold! 87 damage, and we also get some SP, plus they are also going to be debuffed. Okay, some more bullets for our magic gun. Sun Shower is guaranteed going to go through. That is also going to give us a little bit of SP regeneration. Not to mention we hit heads, which is also going to deal an extra bit of damage. Okay, 56. You know. Could be better, could be worse. Hex Nail going down on Mr. Priest. Unfortunately, we don't get the curse, but the passive is what we're really after. Why did she heal 50 health? I don't know. Okay, so you're just going for Mass Guard. I feel like the Priest has to go first. Right? Is that just me? Maybe it is. I don't know. You're going... You get so much free damage. Whatever. We're struggling against literally everything, so I guess we're ignoring that. We're favored here, so let's try. Dominating here. Very, very good. Unopposed. Rip. We're favored. Unopposed. Rip. Unopposed. Rip. Okay, well... Seems like this turn is pretty much made for us. A bit of sinking just to try and help us out. Okay, Ignition going well. We are still going to take guaranteed damage. Wow, 42 damage for free. How I wish that we would have been able to get all the free stuff. Oh! Oh, we do get staggered on Faust, which pretty much guarantees that she dies next turn. Wow, what a wombo combo. Okay. Okay. Try and go for the extra attack. Nope, don't get it. Okay, so Faust is dead, right? Yeah. So guaranteed kill, on kill, just gain a bunch of crap. And we can't stop that, right? Yeah, it's unopposed regardless of what we do. God dang, we are all so slow. And we're hopeless against her. Are you... Bro, whatever. Let's try and go for body sack. That's only favored? Really? Okay, well, we're dominating here, so I guess that's what we're gonna do. Dominating here, we do take guaranteed damage, but whatever. Favored. You're just doing your stuff. I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna keep stacking damage on you. Like, yeah, he does keep shielding it, but at the same time, we are still getting damage in. Not to mention the bleed is also going to be helping us out. You're both debuffed, which is going to help our clashes. Immediately going into effect. Next turn. Extra attack? Nope. They are so buffed up. That is... That's starting to get a little scary. Okay, good stuff. Plenty of sinking incoming. And a stagger for our trouble. Faust survives. Okay. This magic bullet. 84 damage. Not bad at all. What do you want about, bro? Stop complaining. Do we have... Oh, we do have 15-15. Now, hang on. Wait a minute. Wait. I need to read up. Okay, we can go for Serious Skullbuster. I'm gonna attempt to kill the Barber. This is just hitting pretty much everyone, so scary. We are dominating, but it's going to hit regardless. We don't have any tremor, so we're not going to be able to use that. Let's go for Magic Bullet. Let's hit you because we can. Stack damage. Stack tremor. And then you are reloaded, so that is good. Okay, and then go for the Barber. Lowers SP. Hey, we hit heads. We're empowered next turn. Okay, good stuff. Ouch, we do get some stagger. Oh, unfortunately, we get staggered on Otis, which means no magic bullet this turn. Which might have been the difference from killing the Barber and not. It was. Okay, we lower his SP a little bit. I think I want to get Dulahan out and about. Let's go for execute damage. You, I'm going to attempt to weaken you. We're dominating here somehow, and we're dominating here. Here we go. That -2 attack power really helping us out. We don't get the kill, but that's fine. Okay, extra attack power incoming for Mr. Heathcliff. Okay, we're powered up next turn. Oh boy. Okay. She does still get guaranteed damage on us. However, it is going to be reduced even further because we won the clash and it's -2. Only 44 damage. Not bad at all. Also, she just lost 85 stagger, but then healed like 1,000,000 health. They're still healing? What's going on with the healing? I don't understand why you basically healed a full, but whatever. We could immediately go for Lament Despair. You know what? Why not? It's funny. Let's do it. We're dominating here, so let's do that. Magic Bullet coming out again. This time we're actually going to see it through. Let's go for you, and then you again. Good start. Oh, perfect roll. 400 damage. Faust is dead. Actually, Wild Hunt just went off, so she gets one more turn. We don't roll heads, so this isn't going to hit as hard as it could. But 95 damage is certainly nothing to complain about. Okay, we won the clash. A little bit of sinking. Ow. Okay, priest is almost down. Almost got him. Almost got him. Why is she healing back to full? I don't get it. Oh, it's because he's low health. That's why. It's because he's low health, you cheater. Okay. Let's... I want to try and go for the kill. I think we kill the priest this turn. Dominating here. Unopposed here. Okay. Baba boy. 133 damage. Ugh, and then we're immediately staggered. Okay. You're at negative 45, so hitting heads should be an impossibility for you. We do not get staggered despite it all. Extra attack. Yes, sir. 2 health. He is dead. I cannot believe he survived on 2 health. Okie dokie. So she is Giga empowered this turn. I don't like that. Let's not do anything because you're too fast. Okie dokie. You don't have... Actually, I'm going to counter here. Unopposed. Yikes. Unopposed. Yikes. And unopposed. Yikes.
지금이다. 해골 바가지 거미 대가리 차!
Farewell. Oh yeah! Gotcha, so much health. A Hollow Dream. On hit against targets with bleed or unique bleed, heal health. You know, suddenly those bleed, suddenly that doesn't look so bad. Skills that consume Blood Feast gain +1 coin power. That heal is so nice. We did go through a crap ton of our ego resources though, so not ideal. But let's see. This heals. This heals. This heals. So Little Dream, Grimy Iron, Mask of the Parade all allows us to heal. Okay, so that's actually quite a big value. But it's not over yet. Hi, Sancho. Yeah, I know we just killed your entire family, but, you know, hopefully you just don't like them.
이들만큼 있는 힘을 다해 나를 사랑해준 자들이 있었을지 모르겠구나.
That's certainly something to say with Sancho standing right there.
산초야, 이제 돌진하렴. 옛날 거인들을 물리쳤을 때처럼 두려움을 모르는 심장을 가지고 적들을 공격하는 거다.
그렇군. 나는 말을 타고 달려가고 있다 생각하였지만 제자리를 돌고 있었던 것뿐이다. 나는 흔적에 불과해. 돌기만 하는 목마름에서 대지를 박차 달리며 바람을 가르는 말의 꿈을 꾸기만 하다.
You can still hear me, can't you? Don't listen to him. Please, you're...
아니, 너희들이 알던 그자. 그 사람은 이제 여기 없어. 어쩌면 돈키호테가 날 잊어주기를 바랐을지도 모르지.
Well, she kinda did.
하지만 난 이렇게 다시 찾아왔어. 내가 누구인지 다시는 잊지 않도록 꿈이 끝나버렸다는 것을 알려주기 위해.
I feel like you're getting... Oh, try to be a bit more careful with your health. Something I'm just worried about you. Interesting. Sancho, I feel like you're getting all the wrong messages right now, I gotta be honest. Oh boy. Sancho. Topple. On use, consume 10 blood feast, gain 1 hard blood. On use, coin power +1 for every 10 hard blood, max of 2. On use, coin power +1 for every 15 bleed. On self, max of 3. On hit, inflict 3 bleed up to twice. Oh my god, she has... What is that? She has 11 abilities. Great. Wound. On use, consume up to 20 blood feast. Gain 1 hard blood for every 10 blood feast consumed. Da 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 da. On hit, inflict +2 bleed count up to twice. Passives. Oh boy. The Enthralling Tales. The Beating Passion. Upon hitting 80%, 60%, and 40% health, no longer take damage and gain a new pattern. Upon gaining a new pattern, recover from stagger and raise speed to 10 next turn. Encounter start. Game Dreamy Hesitation. Wow. Encounter start. The seeping blood drenching the battlefield will surface, increasing Blood Feast by 400. But I have my father and my family who I cannot abandon. Turn end. If panicked, recover. Consume 100 Blood Feast to gain 3 attack power up. If you failed to consume Blood Feast, gain 30 bleed, 3 attack power up, and 2 damage up. If we can be freed from this excruciating sickness. On hit, if target has bleed, heal part and core by 40% of damage dealt. This passive heals plus 1% more HP for every bleed potency on self, up to 20%. For unbreakable coins, this effect does not activate on hit after Clash lose. Every turn start, heal Blood Feast by 10 HP up to 50. Holy crap. At negative 15 or less SP, consume 20 minus current SP Blood Feast to gain SP and gain 2 Clash power up. On kill, gain 5 hard blood. Can I go on an adventure too? Turn end. Minimum and maximum speed plus 1 for every 300 Blood Feast. Blood Feast, hard blood, fixed panic. Oh, wait a minute. Your sanity. Low morale. Is that a bullet going through the brain? I'm sorry, I noticed that. So low morale, you get buffed. Right. Well, you leave us with no choice, Sancho. If you will not be the Don that we knew, then you are nothing but a foe. God dang! I already like her, blood magic thing she's got going on. She just punches! Whatever! Whew, that knockback with her attacks is juicy. Wow, your stagger is super, super high. Good lord. Oh, okay, we barely win. The fact that we're dealing so much, so much sinking, by the way, is actually a bit of a downside for us, because because she gets empowered from it.
감싸오너라.
I don't know what you said. But Sanguine Joy. Consume 4 hard blood to heal 10 SP. Consume 10 blood feast to gain 1 hard blood and heal 10 SP. If you failed, gain 3 bleed. On hit, deal 10% more damage for every bleed on the target, max of 100%. On hit, inflict plus 3 bleed. And 2 bleed count. Okay, that's, yeah, don't like that. So you have unbreakable coins, right? So Pathos Mythos, unfortunately, won't be super, super powerful. I kind of want to debuff you, and then also debuff you next turn. Gotta be honest. So I'm gonna go bop. Ooh, struggling with a lot of these. Bop. Right here. Magic Bullet. Okay, dominating. And maybe an extra attack if we're lucky.
대가리 딱 떼도.
Crow's Eye. Actually, this should allow us to win a majority of our clashes as well. Although, +2 clash power, so we kind of draw even. So far, so good. Okay. Debuff next turn.
하나, 둘. 지면이 울릴 때마다 네 업을
39 damage also isn't too bad. Magic Bullet. Okay, we land heads on Hexnail, so for 3 turns, we're gonna get an extra 10% damage. Good stuff. Extra attack. Nope. Okay, let's see. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna keep rolling with the favored, honestly. I don't really know what else we could do. Dominating here, dominating. Okay. We're not gonna get the extra attack weight, which we don't even need, but we are going to debuff provided all 3 of these hit. And then we are dominating right here. Okay, so far, this is really in our favor. But we do have multiple other phases to get through as well. Okay, staggered. I think that's phase 1. Okay, we do get to sneak out a little bit of extra healing. Oh. Oh boy, what do you want?
그래서 그들은 어떻게 되었을까요?
I didn't ask.
한번 찬찬히 지켜보죠.
You're stopping us in the middle of a fight to continue a story? Are you for real?
상당히 강한데요. 아니 산초라 해야 하나요?
Yeah, she is a second kindred, and we have been watching her completely decimate all other kindreds near us.
여기 있는 혈귀들은 200년 동안 피를 못 마신 탓에 그 힘이 상당히 약해진 상태다.
That's a fair point, too.
하지만 저자는 제2 권속의 혈귀는 우리가 대등하게 겨룰 수 있는 상대는 아닌 듯 싶군.
You say that, but we've won every clash so far.
뭐 언제는 대등한 놈들이랑 싸운 적은 있었냐? 어떻게든 죽다 살아나다 하면서 때려 눕히는 거지.
죽살은 무의미하다. 열차에서 만났던 그놈보다도 회복이 훨씬 빠르다. 장기전으로 간다고 마땅히 답이 나올 상황은 아니구나.
Are you going to keep standing in our way?
그래. 너희를 계속 막아내겠지.
그래서 어떻게 할 셈인데요?
Get her, Sinclair. Get her! Get her! Sinclair suddenly took a step towards Sancho. Get her, Sinclair! Yes! Get her!
당신은 이 라만차 랜드를 어떻게...
내 어버이가
sorry.
원하는 방향으로 이끌어가겠지. 너희를 없애고 인간들을 죽이고 어버이께 피를 먹이며 혈기답게.
I love the fact that Sinclair is taking a stand. That's our boy right there. He deserves justice. Speaking of, can Clash with the skill regardless of speed. Combat start. If there are enemies with bleed, activate bleed on all enemies. All enemies lose 2 bleed count. On use, if the effect did not activate at combat start, gain 30 bleed. Clash win, consume up to 40 blood fees for every 10 consumed, gain 1 hard blood, and deal 25% more damage, max of 100%. If this unit failed, gain 5 bleed, activate it immediately, lose 2 bleed count. After attack ends this turn. Bleed. Great. So only one person can clash this, huh? Then so be it. Ride or die!
탈출 개체 확인.
We all got a guard.
죽어
Oh, it only
엎드려.
hits him.
붉은 살.
You just made a blood bow? Dude, that is so sick. You could just make a bow out of blood? That is... Dude, that's freaking amazing. I love that ability. Holy. That is so sick, dude. Now, that being said, it looks like we have a little bit to... I don't like the fact that you're gonna get a bunch of shield. Gotta be honest. Well, if there was ever a time to release our bullet, it's now. Favored, neutral. Okay. We're gonna roll favored. Dominating here. Somehow favored here. And then dominating here. Let's go!
딱 떼도
Doesn't matter how strong you are.
내 탄환이
We
향하는
know
것은
your
언제나 가능해.
weaknesses. That literally didn't do damage.
조금의 우연도
Wrong bullet. The fact that it has 7 different attacks for that one ego. It's so much to keep track of. What? You're rolling a 1? Whoa.
으타! 더 먹어치워라.
Okay, just about at a stagger.
나를 보호해라.
Okay, we're gonna be taking a lot of damage this turn, potentially, so we gotta really think this out. Oh, we are actually favored there. Okay. This is super risky, and I probably shouldn't be doing it. But if we can get a stagger before she's able to attack with these two. If we can get a stagger before that, then we don't have to worry about losing that clash. Here we go.
대가리 딱 떼도
Good stuff. We do take a ton of bleed damage on Heathcliff, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Hoping for an extra attack. There we go. Good stuff. Extra attack goes through, and a Faust, no less. Very, very good results. Okay, raise up your tremor just a tiny bit.
아차!
Next phase. The door is shut. Something just occurred to me. That heavy, adamantine door stood between Sancho and I, tightly shut. Whatever I said wouldn't reach her, and she had no wish to open the door. We stood there in a stalemate. The sinners would conceal their troubles, shy away from attempts to understand them, but in the end, they all wanted something. There was a certain faith that I, as their manager, would be able to do something for them. Or at least that they would find their wishes granted at the end of each of their flow. Yes, they all had dreams. He no longer wanted to be an outcast. She wanted to be special. He wanted to confront his past. He wanted to change. She wanted to sail onward, unanchored. He wanted to mend the two hearts broken apart. And every time I reached out, I cried out loud each of their dreams to them, and, with some luck, managed to turn them away from the brink. But to Dawn, whose dream has already ended, only now do I realize I have nothing to give her, nothing to tell her. My role stopped at breaking through each sinner's barriers to retrieve their lost dreams, squeezing them past the doors to their hearts that remained open still, no matter how narrow the gaps were. I have never given them something new to dream about. Don Quixote.
다시 한번 말하지만 나는 그 자가 아니야.
But it's who you wanna be.
내게 눈을 반짝이며 말 같지 않은 꿈을 들먹이던 사람은 이제 없어.
Has Don's dream ended? Has the dream of the other Don, who lies there with his body impaled by so many stakes, ended?
하지만 꿈이 아직 이어지고 있다면요.
Get her, Sinclair, get her! Sinclair?
꿈. 지나치게 녹리고 추락했지. 이어지지 않았어. 내 눈앞에 보이는 건 침울로 터져버린 꿈의 잔해들 뿐.
Sancho's lifeless eyes gaze into the distant hollow, seeing nothing in the futility that extends far beyond the horizon. But Sinclair redirects her gaze toward himself.
알다시피 라만차 랜드는 인간들 앞에 나타나고 있지만 동시에 사라지기도 해요. 인간들을 해치려고 하고 있지만 그 모습을 감추려고도 한다고요. 온갖 말뚝에 쑤셔박힌 후에도 줄곧 그랬다고요. 당신의 어버이라는 사람도 그러니까 어쩌면 그러니까 제 생각에는요, 우리 다시 가봐야 할 것 같아요. 모든 꿈이 시작되어 버린 그 시작점에.
The tightly shut door suddenly shook, and in front of it stood Sinclair. A familiar red sign, though incomplete, briefly flickered from his forehead, and a blinding white light surrounded him. Sinclair was the Knight of the White Moon.
파리.
오랜만에 불러본 이름군.
인간이군. 내 저택에.
죄송합니다. 당연히 저희 쪽에서 처리해야 하는 것이었는데 귀엽고 어버이를 진짜 봐야겠다고 여기까지 온갖 무기를 휘두르며 오더니
Genuflecting. What the heck does that mean?
혈기 사냥꾼인가? 내 자식들이 호락호락 보내주진 않았을 텐데. 이곳까지 온 실력은 칭찬하지. 인간. 그래, 날 찾아온 이유는 혹시 흔적도 없이 사라지고 싶었나? 그게 아니라면 내 가족의 일원이라도 되고 싶은 건가?
둘 다 아니야. 나는 당신과 결투를 하기 위해 찾아왔어.
결투. 난 다른 혈귀들처럼 심심하거나 지루하다는 이유로 인간을 죽이진 않아. 하지만 그렇다고 제 발로 내 손에 죽겠다는 인간을 멀쩡히 살려서 돌려보낼 정도의 자비심 있는 혈기도 아니지.
밖에는 혈기와 인간들의 전쟁이 벌어지고 있어. 알고 있어?
피에 미친 혈기들과 증오심을 쾌락으로 삼기로 한 자들의 진흙탕 싸움일 뿐. 나는 그러한 추잡함에 관심이 없다.
왜 당신은 어떤 편에도 서지 않아? 당신 정도의 가문이 어디의 진영에 서냐에 따라 전세는 확실하게 기울 거야.
말했을 텐데 단명하는 인간놈을 위해 좀 더 쉽게 설명해 줄까? 난 옷이 더러워지는 게 싫거든. 자진해서 진흙 구덩이에 빠지고 싶진 않다.
그런가? 나는 당신을 포섭하거나 혹은 토벌하기 위해 왔어. 아무것도 안 한 채로 있는 상태의 당신은 어떤 세력보다 위험하니까. 그러니까 나와 결투를 해. 거절하기에는 아까울걸? 난 당신에게 필요한 것이 뭔지 알고 있으니까.
아하. 나도 내가 필요한 게 무엇인지 모르는데 나를 본 적도 알지도 못하는 인간이 그걸 알고 있다는 소리인가?
난 너희 혈기들에 대해 알아. 인간보다 오래 살지만 인간보다 불행한 존재들.
이번에 카펫을 새로 바꿨어. 고작 인간의 피로 더럽히고 싶진 않군.
Yeah, that's what he's worried about. Ah, the carpets. Ah, I just changed them.
넌 내 저택 밖에서 자식들이 처리해 줄 거다.
혈기들을 시켜서 날 이대로 죽인다면 그 불행의 근원이 어디에서 오는지 알지도 못한 채 당신은 평생을 지금처럼 살다가 언젠가 내가 찾아왔던 그날을 떠올리며 후회할걸.
어버이시여, 이자는 제가 조용히 처리하겠습니다.
무기를 들어. 내 결투에 응해준다면 해결사로서 맹세하지. 네가 원하던 것을 내가 줄 수 있을 거라고. 나는 당신에게.
나와 무기를 동등하게 맞댈 수 있는 인간은 없다. 물론 혈기도 마찬가지고.
그러면 내가 너와 맞선 최초의 인간이 되겠네.
흥미가 돋는군.
그 전투는 3일에 걸쳐 치러졌다. 승자는 정해지지 않은 채. 이만 쉬어가시는 게 어떻겠습니까? 3일이 지났습니다.
3일이 지났다고?
해가 뜨고 지고가 3번 반복되었으니 맞습니다.
하지만 아직 승자가 정해지지 않았는데.
어쩔 수 없지. 이럴 때는 서로 충분히 휴식을 취한 다음에 재결투를 해야 해. 그러니까 다시 찾아오겠어.
결착이 나지 않았는데 적을 쉬게 하고 심지어 때를 맞춰 다시 싸운다고? 이상하군. 그런 규칙은 누가 정한 거지?
해결사의 규칙이야.
어버이는 정말로 그 인간을 돌려보냈다. 자식들을 붙이지도 않고 정말 순수하게. 정말 저대로 돌려보내실 겁니까? 다시 찾아올 거라고 경고까지 한 인간을요?
규칙이라지 않느냐. 또 왔구나, 산초야. 네가 나가서 말 좀 해라. 어버이께서 바쁘시다고.
I don't want to duel her today. I don't feel like it. I like to think that he's like, oh god, I don't have 3 days to spend again.
직접 가서 말하시지 그러십니까?
Dang! You gonna talk to your dad like that?
저도 이제 지긋지긋하다고요.
여기가 뭐 그렇게 좋다고 자꾸 찾아오는 거냐? 이왕 올 거 양손에 간식이라도 잔뜩 가져올 것이지.
저라고 알겠습니까? 확실한 건 우리가 문을 열어줄 때까지 결코 돌아가지 않을 거란 겁니다.
아이고, 내 팔자야.
This vexes me.
이제 슬슬 결판을 내셔야 할 시간 아닙니까? 이런 말씀을 드리기는 좀 그렇지만 당신은 인간과 이렇게 오랫동안 겨룰 만한 존재는 아니지 않습니까? 다른 자식들이 수군거리기 시작했다고요.
너도 얼른 가족을 만들어야 날 이해할 텐데. 자식이 속 썩이는 기분에 대해서 말이야.
몇 번이나 말하지 않았습니까? 안 만들어요.
너무하구나. 안 그래도 오늘이야말로 끝내려고 했다.
It's so interesting to me that Sancho just doesn't want kindreds, like, at all. She literally zero interest. I'm curious as to why.
제가 도와드리지 않아도 정말 괜찮겠습니까? 제가 같이 참전하게 되면 손쉽게 이길 수 있을 텐데요.
괜찮다. 결투라 말하지 않았느냐? 결투는 공정하게 치러져야 하는 법.
그거 지난번에 저자가 한 말이지 않습니까? 해결사의 규칙이니 뭐니 소개하면서. 그런데 해결사가 뭡니까?
I guess you're about to learn.
나도 모른다.
I guess you're about to learn too.
그 후로도 바보 같은 그 전투는 계속되었지. 어느덧 내가 시간을 재고 있더군. 심판마냥.
시간 되었습니다.
아슬아슬했네. 이번에야말로 승부를 가릴 수 있나 싶었는데.
궁금한 것이 있다.
뭔데?
해결사라는 것이 대체 뭐냐? 무엇이길래 네가 이토록 집요하고 귀찮게 구는 것인지를 모르겠구나. 너는 처음부터 그랬지. 그 해결사라는 건 네 목숨을 걸고 맹세할 정도로 귀한 명예인가?
알려줄까?
그러고 나서 둘은 동시에 무기를 내려놓더군.
이제는 아예 기다리고 계시는군요.
그 녀석이 잘못한 거야. 그 이야기를 거기서 끊으면 어떡하라는 거냐? 왔다. 문을 열어주려면.
I like the change of like, I don't got time for this. Well, I guess a couple days later, but still immediately for him, like, oh, she's back, let her in.
그럼 거기서 밧줄이 끊어진 그놈은 어떻게 되었다는 겁니까?
아니, 그러면 그 남매들은 결국 어떻게 되었다는 거냐?
썩은 동아줄을 붙잡은 그자는 그대로 바닥에 추락하였고 남매들은 행복하게 잘 살았지.
Boo, boring ending.
흥미진진한 이야기였구나. 손에 땀이 생겨서 축축해졌을 정도다.
I wonder what she's talking about. Siblings and a rope? Is it? Yeah, it could be a lot of stories. There's a lot of stories with siblings. Maybe it's Hansel and Gretel? I don't know.
그런데 산초,
Or maybe... I don't know.
너 언제부터 그렇게 가까이 서 있었느냐? 다리야, 네가 지난번에 말해줬던 그곳 있지 않느냐?
Several days later, again.
놀이공원. 다시 이야기해주지 않겠느냐?
이걸로 7번째.
하지만 영웅담이 실린 책 중에는 놀이공원이라는 것에 관한 이야기는 없단 말이다. 자, 얼른 이야기해주렴. 그곳의 풍경에 대해서.
어린 아이들은 부모님의 손을 잡고 입장해.
그들의 표정은 어떠하더냐?
물론 세상에서 제일 행복한 표정이지. 모두가 머리띠나 화려한 가면을 쓰면서 돌아다녀. 그리고 사시사철 흥겨운 노래가 울려 퍼지고 있어. 사람들은 모두 춤을 추지. 모두가 하고 싶어하는 걸 할 수 있어. 관용 맞추기 게임이라던가 유령의 집에 들어간다던가.
알 수가 없다니까요.
Quick reminder, we're still mid-fight. Just in case you forgot, we're still in the middle of a fight. Just, so we're all clear on that.
이 놀이기구에 대해서도 말이다.
이건 회전목마야. 각자 말을 타고 빙글빙글 도는 거지.
And yet you mentioned being on a ride. Or I guess more specifically, it was seen that you were on a carousel. How interesting.
제자리만 돌아서 무슨 의미가 있다는 건지.
그리고 이건 관람차라는 건데 이 안에 들어가서 모든 풍경을 내려다보기도 하지.
Observation wheel? It's a Ferris wheel.
자기들보다 몸집이 수천 배는 큰 거인을 만들다 못해 그 안에 손수 들어가기까지 한다니. 두려움을 극복하는 현명한 방법이 아닐 수 없구나.
단단히 오해하고 계시는 것 같은데요.
나 기가 막힌 생각이 났다.
이때는 못 들은 척하는 것이 상책입니다.
그러라는데?
너희 둘은 안 좋은 버릇만 계속 닮아가는구나. 나도 만들고 싶다. 인간과 혈기가 함께 행복해할 수 있는 놀이공원. 이름하여 라만차 랜드.
한 발짝, 한 발짝, 한 발짝. 나는 어느새 그 이야기에 같이 빠져들었다. 나의 꿈은 그렇게 스며들었어. 그러나 곧 꺾이고 내팽겨쳐졌어. 나의 어버이처럼 말이지.
보이는 것이 전부는 아닐 테요. 라만차랜드가 나타남과 더불어 사라지려고 한다는 것은 그대 어버이의 마지막 남은 의지일 터.
어버이는 내게 모험을 하고 돌아오라 하며 로신한테를 건네주었지. 하지만 내 이야기 중 단 하나도 진짜는 아니었어. 나는 망각의 강물을 마신 후 스스로 만든 방 안에 나를 가둔 채 해결사라는 자들이 나오는 책을 계속 탐독하였다. 그리하여 내 이야기는 모조리 엉터리이고 허풍이었지. 너희 또한 항상 말하여 오지 않았는가? 정신을 차리라고. 그래, 이제 정신을 차려야 할 시간 온 거지.
Alright, she's going for it again. Gain 500 shield. Did I just say that correctly? Will this work? Will this clash? I think it will. Or am I about to take 700 million damage and need to redo this fight? I'm gonna barter with it and just hope that it works. All right, here we go.
탈출 개체 확인. 하얀살.
It worked.
폭풍과 함께 사라져라. 직접 나서도록 할까?
Well, she's got a... Oh my god, you did not just give her Shimmering. Are you for real? Shimmering Blood Fiend. Bro, you cannot give people the Shimmering passive. While this effect is active, when this unit takes damage, the attacker gains 5 bleed after attack. Oh, good! While this effect is active, the shield HP does not expire at the end of the turn. When conditions are met, gain 3 fragile until this effect expires. Okay, well. Okay. I think we are going to get ourselves going once again. So we're favored with most things, so I'm going to let it ride. Let's try and slow you down. We are favored, and then we're dominating here. Hopefully this is enough. Okay. 261 shield remaining. Okay, and because of that slight healing that we're getting... Uh-oh. Only 15 damage. Could have been worse. Slow down. Let's talk this out. Ow. Okay. Bit of burn synergy. Debuff you next turn. The shield is almost down. Okay, I do think we're gonna go for the Giga move. Let's ride. Let's see. Dominating here. How are we dominating here? Alright, let's roll it. Dominating right here. And unopposed, so we are gonna take a little bit of damage, but you know what? Might be fine. Almost staggered. Staggered she is. Okay, bit of tremor. More dark flame. Baba boy.
포기하지 않는 건가?
Cause you're a friend.
내게는 그렇게 정신 차리란 말했으면서.
Yeah, and we're telling you again to come to your senses.
너희는 왜 이 희망 없는 싸움을 계속하지? 정신 차려. 나는 너희가 알던 이가 아니야.
I felt as though my clock hands had grown rusted. I couldn't speak. I couldn't say anything. What should I do? We followed her here to continue her dream, but I don't have anything to offer her. No dreams of my own, no memories of my own. I didn't even have anything to share with her. Then...
이래저래 사고는 치고 다녔어도 네가 말하는 정이나 의리 같은 거 꽤 마음에 들었거든. 정도 많이 쌓였고.
Oh, this is fun. Okay, it took me way too long to understand what's going on, but slowly, they're gonna convince her.
그런데 이제 와서 재수 없는 표정 지으면서 돌아가겠다고? 그걸 우리가 가만두고 보겠냐?
무슨 헛소리를.
더 이상 벗을 두고 어딘가로 가고 싶지 않소.
버스에 동키가 없으면 삭막해서 안 돼.
The sinners each started chiming in, even though they had already seen her true nature.
아직 듣지 못한 모험담이 많아요. 더 들려주셔야죠. 버스에서 하다만 이야기도 잔뜩 있는걸요.
They continue the tale without hesitation, not a trace of fear in their voices.
박진감이 넘치는 건 이것이 바로 모험이 아니겠는가? 고민할 것이 뭐가 있겠는가? 진정한 영웅은 어떠한 고난에도 굴복하지 않지. 멈추시오. 모두를 위해 누군가는 절망만을 보며 갇혀 살아야 한다는 건 악의 무리는 단숨에 뿌리를 뽑아야 정의가 바로 서는 법. 악인과 협상을 하려 하더니 어찌 자, 전진하세!
돈키호테 씨의 그 기합 소리를 들으면 말이죠. 저도 모르게 힘이 났어요.
나는 힘이 쭉 빠지긴 했지만 뭐 재밌었던 것도 몇 개 있었나?
You know what? In his own way, it means a lot.
비록 막무가내로 돌진해서 상황이 꼬일 때는 있었지만 뭐 말이 이랬다 저랬다 뒤바뀌는 것보다는 나았죠.
말 행은 좋아하는 편이다.
맞아요. 말보다 행동으로 항상 애매한 상황 앞에 나섰죠. 그러니까 이번엔 저희가 돈키호테 씨의 모험이 아직 끝나지 않도록 이야기가 이어지도록 나서야 하지 않을까요?
문제는 어떻게인 것 같군.
그때처럼 두들겨 패서라도 정신 차리게 해보려고?
아니요. 저는 돈키호테 씨가 정신 차리지 않았으면 좋겠어요.
관리자님, 저자는 과거에 얼마나 많은 인간을 죽이며 살아왔는지 저희는 모릅니다. 그래도 괜찮다는 것입니까?
I will. I'll determine the time to bring her back to her senses.
수감자들에게 어떤 과거가 있다고 할지라도
Teehee.
설사 수백, 수천, 수만 명의 죄 없는 사람들을 죽였다고 하여도 품어주신다는 겁니까?
Otis, is this a question for you or for Dawn? Either way, the answer's yes.
I looked at Otis. She wasn't just talking about Dawn. She was... I will. As long as they have the will to change, to move forward, I will be there for them. Teehee.
당신의 지금 대답 기억하고 있겠습니다.
상원들, 나를 보호해라. 내 꿈은 이미 끝났어.
Doing it again, this time weaker than ever. You know what time it is! Oh my god, 12 plus 14, whatever! I don't know if we're gonna be able to stop this one, but we're sure gonna try. Yeah, we're sure gonna try. Let her ride!
목을 내놓고 있도록.
I cannot believe we hit double heads.
계속해봐라. 이 폭풍이 잦아들 때까지.
Okay. We continue this ride until it's over. We're not dead yet. Ooh, struggling against everything. That kind of sucks. Dominating here. Favored. Ooh, it is getting harder, though. Dominating here. Let's debuff you a little bit. And then this one's going to hit. Unfortunately, we might be losing Heathcliff. At the very least, we can reduce how much damage she's about to do. Albeit a tiny bit, but still. Okay. this magic bullet.
격발. 하얀살.
Okay, debuff next turn.
차올라라.
Oh my god. That is so sick, dude. I love the bow. That is so cool, dude. I can't get over it. We are dominating in most things, though, so continue the ride. Dominating here. I'm not going to go for Magic Bullet again, because this is number 7. Which, yeah, gonna hurt. Okay, we are favored, so give it a go. Next phase. Here we go. Back to your senses you come. I mean, the fact that we're, like, beating you down just so you hear us out is, you know, the way the fixes, I guess. 100 damage even. Good stuff. Almost there. Ooh, that sucks. Not too much damage, though. Actually, a surprisingly little amount of damage was just done. You're using your ego move on us. You're using your ego move on us. Oh. Well. Are you serious? We're only favored with that? Alrighty. Gallop on!
낭망한 마음은 검게 타올라 사라지지도 않는다. 그저 시리도록 범람할 뿐.
17 damage for that is crazy. Also, we're dead.
끝이다.
진짜 밝혀주마.
으타! 더 먹어치워라!
Otis didn't die? Oh. That was bullet 6, not 7! Oh my god, I thought Otis was dead. That also explains why it didn't do as much damage as I was expecting, actually. Huh, suddenly that makes a lot more sense. Oof. Okay, we're favored here, so let's go for that. I don't actually want to use any ego. Let's just counter that. Oh, yikes. Okay, this gives you a shield, so we have to counter that. Man. I didn't want to use any ego, but it looks like, unfortunately, we're going to have to. Alright. Let's hope this is enough. Getting close. Almost 100 health. Okay, below 100. And that's game. It only ends if you give up. That also only ends if you give up.
끝나지 않았어요. 당신의 모험담에는 우리도 중요한 등장인물이에요.
That's a pretty funny thing to say. I mean, okay, it is true, but also, you know, it is funny.
등장인물의 도움이 없이는 이야기는 끝났어.
Her words of denial are tinged with something new. Something we hadn't heard in what felt like forever. Anticipation. The door opens ajar. A narrow opening, but still an opportunity that Sinclair and the sinners gave me. I reach out and seize the opportunity through that opening. Just as I had always done. Just as I had rewound the clock over and over again to not lose them. Stage. Narration. At La Mancha Land, blah blah, with its every move tied to its stage directions. I know what to do. The flow I must find. The flow I must hitch myself to. However, Don Quixote, who despaired that this moment was to be the end of her tale, still refused to give up. Oh no. I agree with Sancho. Stop it.
나는 이제야 제정신으로 돌아왔어. 한때 돈키호테라 불렸을지 몰라도 지금은 산초야.
돈키호테는 혼자서 모험을 한 적이 없었죠. 그들을 생각하니 포기할 수 없었던 거예요.
맞아. 글쎄, 가장 중요한 걸 잊고 있었지 뭐야. 그저에게는 자그마치 12명이나 되는 동료들이 있었다는 걸.
물론 모든 싸움에서 승리한 건 아니었지.
그럴 때마다 제일 많이 외쳤던 말이 있지 않았나요? 포기하지 마세나 라더나 뭐라나.
그들의 친구들이 좌절할 때마다 돈키호테는 그들이 꿈을 잃지 않도록 멋진 이야기를 들려주었어. 그 이야기는 너무나 멋지고 찬란하기에 많은 이들이 다시 일어설 수 있게 되었지.
Come on, Heathcliff, it's your turn.
뭐 그리고 같이 뒤지도록 많게 미친놈. 악당들을 후드려 팼어. 벌레로 변해가는 놈들이랑도 싸우고 온갖 괴물이랑도 싸우고.
고래 뱃속에도 들어갔었죠.
걸작. 그래. 열차에서의 모험도 빼놓을 순 없겠지.
아, 그리고 심지어 저희가 모은 보물들을 뺏으려는 나쁜 사람들도 있었답니다. 몇 번이나 위기가 닥쳐왔었죠.
위기가 존재하지 않았던 도착지는 없었다.
하지만 결국 신문에도 대서특필되고 어마어마하게 유명해졌다고.
어쩌면 그 12명의 동료 말고도.
Hang on. Eric, okay, hang on. Wait. Give me a second. Oh, it was the manor. Okay. I was gonna say, everything else made a little bit of sense, right? Like, the side stories, chips were down because of Radya's story. The chicken because of the chicken. But I was like, why did a squirrel get hit by lightning? That it was the manor. Okay, that makes sense.
그자를 응원해주던 자들은
Surprisingly.
더 있었을지도 모르는 이야기죠.
큰 날이께. 나리의 이야기는 정말이지 감동스러운 이야기가 아닐 수 없었네. 본인은 나리의 이야기를 뼛속 깊이 새기면서 살아갈 걸세. 그리고 본인도 나리처럼 언젠가 정의로운 해결사가 되고 싶네.
그래. 그 엽서에는 언제나 답장이 왔었지. 주소조차 제대로 적지 않았을 텐데.
답장이 왔군. 어디 보자. 위대한 해결사를 꿈꾸는 돈키호테에게 열심히 정진하고 미덕을 깨우친다면 너는 언젠가 용감하고 위대한 해결사가 될 수 있다.
I wonder if that was Bari. Because Bari said that she would leave things behind for her every so often.
그러니 포기하지 말아라. 너는 언젠가 반드시 꿈을 이룰 수 있을 것이니. 관리자 나리는 꿈이 있는가? 나는 있다네.
그대였군, 파리. 내게 계속 답장을 써주었던 수많은 해결사들이. 그리고 이곳에 수많은 책들을 넣어주었던 자 역시.
기억하지? 각자의 모험이 끝나고 난 후에는
다시 모여서 서로의 이야기를 들려주자.
내 결투에 응해준다면 해결사로서 맹세하지. 네가 원하던 것을 내가 줄 수 있을 거라고. 나는 당신에게 내일을 줄 수 있어.
이해할 수 없는 말을 하는군.
이건 결투에 응해준 거라고 생각해도 될까?
그럴 리가.
Yo, yeah, we know how that went.
네 도움 없이도 내일은 언제나 찾아온다.
용차, 추력.
Oh, that's pretty sick. I like actually seeing them fight. That's really cool.
아니, 내가 말한 건 찾아오는 내일이 아니라 당신이 찾는 내일이야. 하루하루 의미 없이 살아간다고 느끼고 있었지. 병이 시키는 대로 인간의 피를 먹고 끝이 없는 세월을 살아가면서 삶의 의미 따위는 없었잖아. 하지만 당신들이 걸린 병은 외로움이야. 어둠 속에 숨어 가족들끼리 부둥켜 있는다고 나아질 리가 없지. 그러니까 내가 주겠다는 거야. 내일을 살아갈 기대감을. 다시 말해, 꿈을 꾸게 해줄 수 있어. 제안에 응할 거라면 네 이름을 외쳐라. 그리고 최선을 다한 한 수로 결판을 내자.
내 이름은 돈 키호테.
내 이름은 파리.
이 여정에는 너의 동행이 필요하니 나와 함께 해야 한다. 그 대가로 때가 되면 언젠가 들었을 약속의 시계가 너에게 향할 것이다. 네가 스스로를 포기하고 싶어질 때가 오더라도 약속하지. 언젠간 네가 처음으로 돌아와 겪어왔던 모험을 남김없이 들려줄 수 있도록.
너는
Dawn, you call me a promised timepiece then.
그래. 그대가 그 약속의 시계인가?
And I'm here to make good on that promise.
Don Quixote.
That promise to continue your adventure.
모험은 끝난 것인가?
No. Yeah. I don't think it's ended.
정말이냐? 모험은 끝나지 않았는가?
It goes on. Even now, at this very moment.
산초야, 왜 저 저들을 해치우지 않고 오는 것이냐?
어보이시오.
너는 내 말을 곧이곧대로 들은 적이 거의 없었지. 다른 자식들과는 달랐어. 심지어 네가 내 권속이 되기 전 시절 숨이 끊어지던 중에도 내게 살려달란 말 한 번 하지 않더구나. 나의 자식으로 거둬들인 후에도 너는 삶에 집착 한 번 보이지 않았어.
So, almost kind of like she wanted to die.
왜냐하면 그 인생 속에선 사랑할 것이 없었으니까요.
그렇다면 부디 이곳을 사랑해 주렴. 나의 광증을 치료하고 집으로 데려다 놓기 위해 이들은 수도 없이 고생했지. 그렇기에 이 고통을 사랑으로, 이 말뚝을 위안으로 내게 먹여지는 인간들의 피를 영광으로 여길 수 있는 거란다.
당신이 미치광이었다면 저도 미치광이가 아닐 수 없었습니다. 처음에는 헛소리 같았던 당신의 말이, 당신의 신념이 마른 땅처럼 말라 비틀어진 제 마음에 조금씩 심어지더군요. 당신과 모험을 하면서 짓거려대던 시간은 그 불모의 땅을 가꾼 것이었고요.
나의 꿈은 실패했다, 산초.
Osme.
너도 경험하고 오지 않았니? 네가 겪은 세상은 내가 말해왔던 대로, 우리가 꿈꿨던 대로 진정으로 정의로웠니? 바리의 말대로 해결사는 모두 약한 자들을 위해 희생하고자 하였으며, 선한 자는 마침내 악한 자를 이겼니?
I mean, it might not be, but Sancho sure can be.
아니요.
그래서 그리하여 모든 이야기는 허구라는 거다. 나는 낙마하며 꿈에서 깬 거란다, 산초. 다시 꿈을 꾸기에는 너무나 많이 다쳤어. 나의 꿈은 끝이 났단다.
A broken dream. Upon obtaining this ego gift, gain the following effects. Don Quixote's level rises to 50. Uptime thread spin rises to 4. Wait, what? If they are higher than the above values, maintain those values. Oh boy. The dream begins anew. All of Don's skills gain final power +2. When an ally dies, the remaining allies heal 15 SP. And at turn end, gain 1 attack power up next turn up to 3. Oh boy.
산초야, 이 관람차로 옛 전쟁이 또 오지 않니?
풍차처럼 수많은 팔을 가지고 있던 그 가문의 혈기들을 말씀하시는 겁니까?
그래. 그 거대한 자들과 일전을 치르는 게 얼마나 가슴이 뛰었던지.
방심하시다가 멀리 날아간 걸 구하느라 제가 얼마나 힘들었는지.
그런 네가 이제는 내 뒤가 아니라 앞에 서 있군.
Dodge! Erase your guards!
가족을 위해 꿈을 포기한 겁니까? 그렇게나 꿈을 부르짖던 당신이
You wouldn't let me go that far. I was trying to see your text.
어떤 말도 할 수 없어.
In which is recounted. Gain 2 additional hard blood every time this unit gains hard blood. You also gain just a crap ton of stuff. So, yeah. I've had this Dawn for quite some time. And I felt that this was the right time to bring her out. By the way, holy crap, this is a huge arena. Don Quixote. Starved and withered. Okay, you lose a bunch of stuff. The Golden Bow's Forced Arbitration. Wow, you get even more debuffed. Generates gondolas filled with blood fiends and blood bags at a set interval. A certain number of blood fiends and blood bags may arrive to the field when a gondola is generated. Here we go. Another lap. The endless wheel is at 0. If it is at 0 and no units to be spawned next turn, move on to the next phase. Cannot be attacked when there is a gondola on the field. Does not lose HP due to anything. Also, he has 5,000 health. Now, as for the gondola, Shattering, Scattering, Hard Blood. When this unit is killed due to an enemy attack or status effect damage, increase Blood Feast by 30, and you get a bunch of cool stuff. Then so be it. Let us do what must be done. So, we do want to kill this. I'm gonna clash here so that we get some magic bullet value. And here we go. With Sancho back at our side. Also a melee song, so if there's ads in this video, you know why. At this point, at least. Magic bullet. Farewell. Okay. On we go again. Oh, what is this? Unclashable. After current coin attack, deal 10 less damage against a target, then die. Okay, so we have to kill you borderline immediately. I see. Huh. Well, that's a problem. Let's see, let's go boom. Boom. Let's try it. Boy, the one time I decide not to bring Heathcliff out, and this is like his perfect fight. Whatever. Oh, I don't think we're killing them in time. There's no shot. They have way too much health. Ugh. Ow. Okay. Incoming! Defend yourselves! Unclashable. Alright. Defend!
탈출 개체 확인.
Otis is dead.
이번에도 막을 수 있을 것 같네.
Otis survived, albeit barely.
내가 어버이보다 뛰어났지.
I'm just worried for you is all. Okay. So we have to get through them as quickly as possible. Therefore, let's ensure that we do just that. Since Otis is still alive, let's go for big AoE value. That is pretty much going to hit all of them. Go for this gondola. Then you clash here. Yeah, go ahead and take that. You'll be fine. Let's do it.
산초류 경혈 온 라샹. 끝을 낼 시간이. 쏟아내.
So cool. Ow. Big damage. Ugh. Gondola lives with 4 health. Very unfortunate. Not the end of the world, though, because Otis to the rescue. Yeah. Bonk. 135 damage. Gondola down. And a bit of tremor to boot. Okay. Sancho. Are you doing the... Yeah, you are doing the less thing. Okay, well... We're not really going to be able to stop you, so just do as much damage as physically possible. Yeah, alright. Let it rip. Oh, we get a stagger. Alright, reduced damage for us. Really unlucky double no head. Okay, you're down. Oof. Okay, Otis does go down because we weren't able to kill it. Incoming! Defend yourselves!
전부 막을 수 있겠네.
Oh boy. Interesting. Only gondolas this time. This one dies. 38, so it's at about half. I don't think that kills it. 56, that just about gets it. 62, just about gets it as well. Okay. Super close, but not quite. Ooh, the crit helps, actually. Oh. Okay, Gondola's still holding strong. One left.
과감하게 이번에야말로 이 싸움을 끝내주겠어.
Okay. We go faster, so it dies. Good stuff. Defend yourselves! That's fun. God dang.
탈출 개체 확인.
또 한 번 막아내보.
I think this is the final gondola. It is immediately going to try and do damage to us, so here's what we're going to do. Let's get some healing, shall we? And then we are just going to mass defend. I want healing. And you're not going to stop me.
완벽한 한 발을
나무와 함께 베어 넘겨드리죠.
오랜만에 발걸음.
근데 책임에서 도망치지 못하시는 겁니까? 그토록 잘로웠던
산초야, 너는 내게 어디로 도망치라 말하는 것이냐? 끝을 모르던 전쟁의 저울을 기울였으니 공존은 도래하지 않는다.
Well, you're looking at it right now.
피로써 이 공간을 창조했건만 그 어느 가족도 행복을 누리지 못하였지. 꿈을 꾸었음에도 말뚝 박힌 심장과 짙은 혈양만이 남은 나를 봐라, 산초! 나는 돈 키호테, 라만차랜드의 돈 키호테다.
Okay, what do you got? Okay, desire for blood. On use, consume up to 40 blood feasts, gain 1 returning bloodlust for every 10 blood feasts consumed. All unbreakable coins, plus up to 3 bleed count and inflict 4 bleed. Holy! Consume up to 300 blood feast, gain returning bloodlust, and heal 3 SP for every blood feast consumed. Clashable Guard. On clash lose, consume 2 returning blood feast. Interesting. So you have all status effects. You get buffed up depending on bloodlust. You get debuffed if you killed someone. That's interesting. Okie dokie. Then let us face Don Quixote. Onwards.
대가리 딱 떼도 따뜻한
목을 죽여볼까 싶구나. 하! 자!
Ow. So unfortunately, all of his abilities seem to be unbreaking. So we are going to take damage no matter what we do.
나도 결국 선비님을 되는구나.
Okay, he is going to be debuffed next turn. Branch of Knowledge. Get ourselves a little bit of SP back on Sinclair. No Rupture, but I will take the SP. Okay. Interestingly, his big ability seems to be a little bit debuffed now. So that does help. Okay, we're struggling here. Oh, and we're neutral on everything else. Yikes. Okay. Let's go for the neutral. I want... We're favored here. Let's roll it. Let's attempt to do a Hex Nail to debuff him. And then we're neutral here, so let's go. $43 guaranteed damage, by the way. Ow.
걱정만 끼치게 되는 꼴인데.
Woo! Otis lives somehow. Hex Nail.
가슴 가장 깊은 곳까지 박히도록.
Ow. What is this? Impaling Spear. Congealing Spear. Cannot act for 2 turns. When this unit is eliminated, the ally who is impaled will lose the Congealing Blood status next turn. Not eliminated by the turn after its generation, they will be eliminated. Oh! When killed by the true Dawn, activate the on-death effect and the ally impaled will be killed. Right. God, that is a lot of health to go through. Then let's try our best. Let's see. I do want to try and debuff Don Quixote, the real one. Unfortunately, we are going to lose people this turn, I think. I really don't think there's going to be a way around it. Oh, we didn't hit heads. That sucks. Okay, Otis does finally go down. Try and debuff him for all of the unbreakable coins. Multiple of us are now impaled. Okay. Let's try and get ourselves free. You're also attacks the target with the most bleed. Oh, boy. Also deals less damage based on bleed. Interestingly, we cannot use this. Really interesting. Okay. We have to stop him from trying to kill our peeps. I'm gonna go for Hex Nail. Unfortunately, I do think some of us are gonna die. Okay, we don't die to bleed. Okay, more curse. Oh boy. Sinclair immediately dies. Okay. Bit of AoE, which will help us out next turn. I think... Yeah. Alright, so that sucks. Huge attack is about to be used. Let's attempt to save you. I don't actually think it'll be enough, despite it all. Let's go for a tiny bit of damage. That way we can guarantee it. And then we're dominating here.
경혈 온 라샹.
Are you serious? 45 SP and we missed 2 heads hits? That's actually insane, bro. That is crazy. Ugh, whatever. Bad luck aside, cannot be staggered until he uses this skill. Consume up to 100 Blood Feast, gain 1 returning Bloodlust, and heal 15 SP for every 10 Blood Feast consumed. On use, Clash Power +1 for every Blood Feast consumed by this unit. Clash lose, deal half damage, and the damage from the skill does not stagger the target. For this turn and next turn, gain offense level down and defense level down equal to the Clash Power gained with this skill. Okay. Well, we're dominating. Dominating here. You know what? Let's try and go for the extra attack. Dominating. Boosh. Boosh. Let it roll! We still got ego on our side. Interestingly, she doesn't say anything. Ow. Okay, he is extremely debuffed. Debuff next turn, just in case he recovers from the stagger. Okay, he didn't recover. That's ideal for us. Let's just try and spam as much damage as possible. Let's go ahead and slow him down. Roll for the extra attack, and then let's get some resonance while we're at it.
맛볼 시간이다.
Phew, 63 damage, jeez. Okay, a little bit of healing just because he's bleeding. Oh.
그래요. 당신은 도망친 적이 없었습니다. 잠시 헛디딘 것이었을 뿐. 질병에 걸린 채로 살아가야 하는 운명이었지만 숨막히는 목마름 속에서도 사랑에 대해 생각하셨죠. 그리하여 죽어가던 저를 살려고 사랑을 나누어 주려고 하였고.
왜 죽으려고 했니?
고통에서 벗어나고 싶어서.
이상하구나. 대부분의 인간들은 고통에서 벗어나기 위해 남을 해치는데.
그건 해결이 될 수 없어. 내 고통은 끝없는 추위로부터.
가족이나 형제는 없었던 건?
나는 날 때부터 혼자였어. 언제나 추웠고 외로워서. 그러니까 처음부터 없었던 것처럼 다 버리고 싶어.
그렇다면 내가 더 이상 죽고 싶지 않게 만들어주마. 너에게 영원히 함께할 가족을 줄 테니 나를 따라오렴. 내 이름은 키호테다. 거기에 고귀하다는 뜻의 성을 붙여 돈 키호테라고 한단다.
또한 가슴이 뛰도록 하였습니다.
산초야, 모험의 시작이다. 누구도 도와주는 혈기도 없을 거고 오직 우리끼리 헤쳐나가야만 해.
압니다.
많은 기사들도 만나겠지. 아마 결투 신청도 있을 거다. 그땐 네가 뒤를 봐줘야 한다. 알겠느냐? 두려움을 모르는 심장을 가지고 공격해야 한단다. 그리고 말이지, 이 순간부터 우리는 혈기라는 정체성도 버려야 한단다. 인간처럼 행세하고 다녀야 한다는 거지.
압니다. 그래서 당신의 로신한테도 어설프게나마 말로 변하게 한 게 아닙니까?
원래는 진짜 멋있어 보이는 피의 갈기를 휘날렸는데.
Oh no. That is your horse? Oh my god.
보거라. 로신한테도 본인의 모습이 얼마나 마음에 안 들면 이런 한숨을 다 뱉고.
그런데 여관이 어딘지나 아십니까?
그건 네가 알아봐야 할 일이 아니냐.
성 안에서만 틀어박혀 있던 건 당신이나 저나 마찬가지인데 제가 무슨 수로 알겠습니까?
나 참 상위 권속에게 그토록 무례하게 말하는 자식은 본 적이 없다.
이제는 인간처럼 생각하라고 하지 않았습니까? 모험이라면서요?
그런데 산초야, 아까 행인들 이야기를 들어보니까 저쪽 동굴 근처에는 사람을 잡아먹는 곰도 있는 모양이더라.
곰이요?
A bear.
그런 거 마음만 먹으면 솔직히 삼초하네.
그렇게 시시하게 끝내는 것보다는 해결사답게 싸워야 하지 않겠느냐? 응? 책에서 나온 것처럼 그런 거 있지 않느냐?
실로 그때의 모험은 어설프고 무모하였지만
곰고기도 먹어보는 거다. 이 얘기를 들으면 돌시네아가 얼마나 질색하는 표정을 지을지 상상되지 않니?
질색이 아니라 멸시입니다. 그건 비교할 수 없을 정도로 가슴이 뛰던 나날들이었습니다.
밤이 서둘러 다가온다 해도 이 어둠을 헤치고 나아가 세상에 둘도 없는 가족의 축복과 친절한 허락을 받으며 모든 위험한 것들을 물리치고 행복에 닿을 수 있을 것이니 의심할 여지 없이 오늘 나에게 일어날 모험 또한 기가 막히겠구나.
그리고 우리에게 일어날 모험이기도 하지. 다들 기억하지? 무릇 해결사란 생각은 순수하게, 말은 정직하게, 행동은 관대하게. 모험은 용맹스럽게 하고 고난은 견뎌가며 어려운 자들에게는 자비롭게, 마지막에는
목숨을 걸고서라도 꿈을 잡으러 가는 거지.
그리고 다시 이곳으로 돌아와서 서로 남김없이 이야기해주는 거야. 서로가 겪은 여정에 대해.
제정신이 아니라고 하더라도 제자리만 도는 말 위라고 해도 계속 달리고 싶습니다.
이 치료할 수 없는 병과 피로 이어진 너버이까지 거스르면서 말이냐. 산초야, 이미 끝나버린 꿈에 어떻게 닿는다는 말이냐.
Generate coagulated dream next turn. And it's unclashable. Well, if we're guaranteed to take all the damage, may as well have some way to try and recover.
주라디야, 죽도록 달릴 시간이다.
Coagulated Dream. If this unit is eliminated, increase Blood Feast by 30. When killed by a sinner, generate memories of the dreaming adventure. When killed by the True Dawn, you gain 5 returning Bloodlust, and all sinners take 30 damage. Dawn gains a shield every turn. Epic. And this is indiscriminate, so I imagine... Oh, we can actually stop it, but that shield is pretty insane. 300 damage. Oh my god. Assuming we're actually able to attack, let's do our absolute darndest to try and get some of these down. I also want a little bit of value here, so here we go. We get one at least.
진짜 밝긴다. 돌아하니여.
나는 작은 나비 우리는 해도 조금도 변하지 못했다. 벗어날 수 없는 갈망.
저것을 남에요. 취한다.
Okay. A little bit more sinking value. Unfortunately, not really able to stop most of his attacks, so he is just going to get free reign on us for a little bit here. Ow.
간만에 목을 적시겠군.
Okay. Healing coming down.
너를 위해 기도할 것이니 넌 반드시 부서진다.
그래.
Okay. We're feeling a little bit better off that, but not quite enough. Also, the new one. Memories of the Dreaming Adventure. All sinners gain 5 SP, and Don Quixote, the sinner, gains a special effect, although she is staggered at the moment. What does she gain? Ah! Which treats the banquet of blood for the family's suffering. Gain clash power equal to stack and deal 10% more damage. Okie dokie. Well, let's try our absolute darndest to just keep getting value. Unopposed regardless of what we do, so that sucks. In that case, I'm gonna try and take out the clones. Hopeless here, that is not good. Let's try for Snag Harpoon, it is favored. Could try for Bygone Days, and I think we're going to. Let her roll!
내가 찾은 나만의 항해 방식.
Okay. Honestly, the bind will help us out next turn as well. Bygone Days coming down. It's also going to give us a little bit of SP regen. Only 24 damage, but that's fine.
지금이다. 해골 바가지, 거미 대가리.
Okay, Pursuance, going to give us even more healing.
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이니 넌 반드시 부서진다.
이제 죽어갈 것 같구나.
Okay, with Body Sack, guaranteed kill here. And then the other 3 are going to be really good for us. So, we can afford to just go for him now. Yikes. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of clash power for us, so I'm gonna try to go for Chains of Others. We're just gonna let him attack the Dreaming Memories, because we desperately need that debuff. Plus, they're gonna be shielding. Okay. +3 attack power next turn, and it is also gonna change all of the memories to a new one. That sucks. Oh my god, that bleed damage is insane! Be debuffed. Demon spawn. Holy crap, you did so much damage to it. They're all friendly though. Alright. Keep her rolling. So, you, for the most part, are ignoring them. So, I'm just gonna do what we do best. You know what? Let's get you debuffed. Big time debuffed. Then, I'm gonna go for another round of healing. Yeah, this should be good. This, ideally, will work out quite nicely. Not to mention, we also get a crap ton of Clash power. The Fragile also helping us out quite a bit, because he is taking 40% more damage. Okay, we do die to bleed, unfortunately, before the heal goes off. We are going through all of our sinners at this point.
버틸 자신 있어?
간만에 목을 적시겠군. 오랜만에 많지.
Okay, Pursuance for a bit more healing. We're going through our ego resources like no tomorrow, while also not getting too much damage in return. They are all still friendly for us. Ryoshu gets one more turn to do her stuff. Okay. Let's go boom. Hopeless here, doesn't matter. Hopeless here, still doesn't matter. Let's see. Favored here. I do really want to debuff you again. Honestly, I think I'm going to. We're going to go for Chains of Others one more time. Then, Dawn is going to clash with Dawn. 2,000 health to go. Why are you the one clashing? You definitely shouldn't have been, but okay. We're approaching stagger. Okay, you're also going to be debuffed next turn. Maybe we're going to be able to get a stagger on top of this, which is going to help quite a bit. Nah, he killed someone. Okie dokie. Well, running out of options now.
Burn them away to nothing!
Also Goose. Why? Why not? That's the kind of healing that we need. Okay, 1,700 health left to go. Also Searing Birdcage, which helps out a little bit. Dawn? Get him. Let's see. I want to debuff you as much as possible as well. You know what? You basically don't get to play the game next turn. That's how we're gonna play this one. Could go for a Screw Loose Wallop just to increase our damage permanently. Debating it. I think we'll do it next turn if we do. And then we haven't taken damage, so I think we're good to do that. No. Yeah, let's go ahead and try. Pierce him, just as his other children did.
가까스로 거짓 모험에서 빠져나오는데 낙마의 아픔을 잊을 수 있겠니?
Well, I don't know what you're saying, buddy, but okay. Kinda wish we had landed all our debuffs. Huh. So what? We're just dead? Kinda looking like we're just dead. Well, this sucks.
이곳이야.
계속해봐라. 이 폭풍이 찾아낼 때까지.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
너희에게 안식은 없다.
이렇게 지쳐보는 것도 얼마만인지. 옛날 생각나지 않니? 사초야.
Yeah, we're not in a good situation. Is Radia one of the ones that died? Yeah, she is. Alright. Get a little bit of last-minute healing while you can. Yisong is also one of the ones that died, so let's get a debuff while we can. You know what?
Markala.
This is very quickly about to become a 1v1, by the way, because, wow, we have basically lost everything at this point. We get a little bit of last-minute healing. Doggies! Still don't know why they're there, but you know what? Whatever. Okay. You are debuffed. And we are buffed. Next turn. Okay, 31 damage. I don't know if he's staggered. Merkala is about to go through. Here we go. Let's hope most of it lands.
피로부터 피어오는 아름다운 꽃이 난 기꺼이 그대를 취하리라.
201 damage. Certainly not bad. Okie dokie, this is the last of the sinners. Let's hope that it's enough. I'm gonna go for Screw Loose Wallop. We need that extra damage, and we need it bad. Because we have the ego for it, I am gonna go for the Odyssey Had a Purpose, and then Mr. Gregor, if you could give us a little bit of SP back, I would be very happy about that. Debuff next turn.
지면이 울릴 때마다 네 업을 떠올려라.
Okay, a little bit of sinking and damage to boot.
Obstacles will be quelled.
66 damage, not bad at all. And you know why?
It's because the Odyssey had a purpose.
Extra damage. Also, a teeny tiny bit of Rupture. Bygone Days is going to help us with SP. Let's hope that our last-minute preparations are going to be enough to potentially finish out this fight. 1,000 health remains. I'm not making the same mistake. We're saving I Shall Impale. I'm gonna try and debuff you. You know what? Solemn Lament. May as well. Then I think we just go bop bop. Yeah. Here's hoping.
So close to victory. You hold on. But to what?
조금도 변하지 못했단다.
It surely isn't a dream.
벗어날 수 없는 갈망이 그렇게 말해주더구나.
가엾고 슬픈 아이들이고 그저 태도를 표할 수밖에.
71. Okay. Change of Others, debuff him next turn.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
Magic Bullet does go through, which allows us to get a lot of free damage. The powerful deluge of blood rips through the sinners like blades through paper.
네가 만들어준 창은 이리 투박하지 않아. 하지만 저 약하디 약한 너의 시계를 부수기 부족함이 없겠지.
He launches a lance of blood at me with his inhuman strength. I instinctively knew that the spear was to be my demise. And I couldn't help but avert my eyes from the impending doom. I guess we never had a chance to begin with. I look up at the sudden upbeat and cheerful voice. There stood Sancho, standing tall even as her body was torn by the brutal, sanguine lance. Unbroken and bold, unyielding before the first kindred's insurmountable might.
그대가 결정한다 하지 않았는가?
It's the same back I always saw scampering towards inevitable trouble whenever something interesting was happening. The same silhouette of the troublemaker who always appeared so small to me. But at this very moment, her familiar and reassuring shadow felt so much larger, infinitely larger as she stood in front of me. So I called to her in a name I never thought I would get another chance to repeat. Don Quixote.
한때 나를 지켰던 등으로 다른 이를 지키는 건 애석하지만 그 창을 막다니 대견하구나. 하지만 이제 어떡할 생각이니, 산초야? 이제 나를 막을 여력 같은 건 남아있지 않을 텐데.
계속 싸울 생각입니다. 아직 끝나지 않았으니까.
내가 여기서 네 모험을 끝내지 않더라도 병은 언젠가 너를 말에서 떨어지게 할 거란다.
I couldn't see Don's expression from where I was. Even still,
알고 있습니다. 그럼에도 누군가에겐 연극처럼 보일지라도 목적지에 도달하지 못한다 하더라도
she was incandescent, like a brilliant star twinkling in the night sky.
그렇게 해서라도 제가 살고 싶은 방향으로 나아가서 이야기가 이어진다.
Her very brilliance compelled me to reach out and hope.
그것이 저의, 당신의 꿈이 될 겁니다.
Let that star shine ever brighter. I will light your path! So, don't hesitate. Go! Walk the journey of your own choosing!
다녀오겠네.
Return the
cool. That when she finally gets to use her ego, it's because we use our new magic power for her to... against all odds, hopeless, it said, by the way.
산초, 나 좋은 생각이 났다.
이번에는 또 뭡니까?
이곳에는 우리를 말려줄 바리가 없으니 둘 중 누구의 말이 맞는지를 확인하렴. 이 방법밖에는 떠오르지 않는구나. 나와 함께 창을 부딪혀보는 거다. 있는 힘껏.
그래야만 하는 것입니까?
내 뒤에 남겨진 가족들이 있어. 그리고 내게는 가족들이 열망하는 축제를 계속 열어줄 만큼 관성이 남아있다.
Well, it could. You could just decide not to do it. Unfortunately, you've gone completely insane.
라만차랜드라는 회전목마는 제자리를 돌 뿐이지만 너무나 빨라서 쉬 멈출 수가 없구나.
And that sentence just proves that you're completely loony.
하지만 내가 가진 천성과 책임의 무게를 깨부술 수 있다면 너의 꿈이 더 강하다는 것 아니겠니? 네 꿈이 얼마나 강대하고 더 큰지 내게도 보여주렴.
여전히 유치하십니다.
유치할수록 재밌는 법이라고 하지 않았느냐? 내 이름은 키호테, 돈 키호테. 이 창으로 그 허황되고 유치한 꿈을 끝내겠다.
내 이름은 산초. 이 창으로 굶어 썩은 나태한 꿈을 끝내겠습니다.
Well, I could say mashing space was not in the bingo cards. However,
꿈에 닿을 수 없더라도
my big... Or should I say my will?
닿을 때까지
One more round?
저는 달려나가겠으니. 아니, 이 몸은 끝까지 달려나가겠어!
To the shattered ruins of the Sanguine Lance descends silver, haired Dawn. I would not call that silver-haired, but okay. I'd call that golden-haired. In front of him stand... Oh, you meant that one. Okay, fair enough. Never mind. In front of him stands Sancho, about to burst into tears.
키호테. 돈 키호테야. 정말이구나. 너의 모험은 계속 이어지고 있었어.
He grows more faint with every breath. His hand, reaching out towards Sancho, trembles weakly. Death is near. Yet his voice, mournful it may be, Sounds like it's coming from a happy dream.
내가 남긴 신발을 신고 남김없이 목소리 이야기해주렴. 도시의 하늘에서 너의 꿈이 얼마나
우리의 꿈입니다.
Don Quixote's eyes closed softly upon her reply, as though drifting away into a gentle, pleasant dream.
내 이름 키오테. 정의로운 해결사 돈 키오테.
With that declaration, the land she had so powerfully raised toward the heavens clatters to the ground. This is 100% where we have the group hug, right? That's it. Ooh, that's brutal. Hearing Don, of all characters, cry is not pleasant. Dawn falls to her knees and weeps sorrowfully. Red rain falls from the sky, enveloping her. It's falling apart. She carefully slips her feet into Roshanante, and they fit perfectly onto her feet, like they were made just for her.
본인은 여정에서 12명의 가족을 만났어. 그들과 함께 수많은 적들을 부딪히며 정의를 행하고 한순간도 희망을 포기한 적 없었네. 그리고 마치 당신의 꿈을 이해하였으니 이제 그 높고 먼 꿈을 향해 또다시 모험한 다시 한번 인사드리리다. 본인의 이름은 키오테. 거기에 고귀하다는 뜻의 성을 붙여 돈 키오테. 그대와 함께 꿈을 향해 달려갈 해결사라네.
I think he glitched out at the end of the song, so I hit skip. Hopefully I didn't actually skip anything. The song had been over for a bit. After some time passed. By the way, I think Dawn might be one of my more favorite songs. Like, I know, you know, it's their own version of that song. I think I like Dawn's. Dawn's is up there for me. Dawn is definitely up there for me.
수고하셨어요. 기대를 저버리지 않으셨네요.
Oh, hello again, beautiful.
라만차랜드의 토벌과 더불어 창조자의 유해까지 이렇게 성공적으로 수습해 오시고
분노하거나 안도하거나 최소한이나마 후련해하는 기색조차 없군요. 이 도시에 많은 이들을 죽음으로 몰고 간 원흉이었을 텐데 말입니다.
분노, 원한. 이런 해무거질 감정은 목표에 제대로 다가갈 수 없게 만들어요. 비유하자면 어렸을 때 이야기로만 들어왔던 동화 속 주인공을 직접 만난 느낌이네요.
유족들이 들었다면 기가 찰 이야기이긴 하겠습니다.
제가 이 말씀을 안 드렸나요? 2달 전 라만차랜드가 갑자기 나타났을 때 제 가까운 친척 중 하나도 그 실종자 중 하나였어요. 찾으려고 온 가족이 모든 방법을 다 동원해 보았는데 별다른 소득은 없었고, 그러다 어느 날 라만차랜드가 생겨나는 영상을 입수하여 보게 되었죠. 피사에 살았던 사람들이라면 모두가 알 법한 이야기. 오래전 피사 대표가 만들어낸 특이점. 그 특이점이 라만차랜드와 놀라울 정도로 닮아있다는 사실을 깨닫게 되었죠. 이 뒤는 굳이 말을 덧붙이지 않아도 괜찮겠죠? 네. 그래도 여기까지 왔네요.
Hey, me and Vergilius are having the same reaction, just
아무튼 황금가지를 얻으신 걸 축하해요. 축배는 각자 자기 회사에서 들도록 하죠.
돈키호테 씨는 돈키호테 씨의 유해를 수습하는 것이라고 알고 있지만
P Corp isn't just going to stop at collecting his body, are they?
이제부터는 무의미한 추측만 남습니다, 단테.
Great.
그리고 언젠가 이 사실을 알게 된 돈키호테가 이 일에 관련된 모든 이들을 원망할 수도 있겠죠.
Do I have to lie again?
아니요. 그건 제가 감당해야 할 몫이라고 생각합니다.
Just how much are we sacrificing for the golden bows? But I don't want to give up on this adventure just yet. Hi. Dawn chose to remain in the stage play, with the knowledge that she is an actor playing a role.
그런 표정으로 보지 마시게.
I don't have a face, let alone an expression.
세상 만물에는 표정이 담겨 있네. 흔들리는 꽃에도 굴러다니는 돌멩이에도.
What expression did you read from me, I wonder?
웃으시게. 모든 건 단지 유쾌한 꿈에 불과한 법이니.
No one thinks about what awaits them at the end of the journey when embarking on an adventure. But that unknown future, twinkling so tantalizingly. Words are hard for old Shadow. Is what inevitably draws us to venture toward them. So, I guess I'll smile, like Dawn asked me to. Smile with anticipation for what tomorrow holds. Is that a smile? Oh, did our...
그들은 황금가지를 한 개 더 가져가게 되었습니다.
Did our thing go up by one? Also, hi. I knew it. I knew it. Color is everything in this game, bro. Color is everything. I knew it. You're part of his crew. Whatever. Just say what you're gonna say and get off the screen.
그 아이들은 가지의 길을 들였어?
네, 투쟁과 피를 머금은 황금가지가 어떤 대가를 품고
열매를 피워낼지 기대되는군요. 저는 조금 더 연극 속을 지켜보려고 합니다. 먼 지평선을 바라보며 눈먼 자들이 잘못된 바다로 들어가지 않도록 등을 켜주어야 하니까요. 불이 꺼질 때마다 다시 붙이고 다시 붙이겠습니다. 끌어내려진 별구름들이 다시 별로 돌아갈 때 어둡지 않도록. 그 후에는 저 또한 별의 주인이 되어 약속한 대로 영원한 안식을 인도받겠죠.
그때는 모두가 하늘만 바라보아도 즐겁겠지. 나는 이제 해가 지기를 기다려 볼 거야. 언젠가 하늘에서 떨어진 자가 그려줄 양을 기다리며.
The level cap for your identities has been raised. Now, as far as damage, Heathcliff did the most. Ryoshu did second most. Faust, Ishmael, Yisong, Otis. Despite coming in so late, Dawn did an incredible amount of damage, and everyone else was there. By the way, yeah, whatever, dead boy. The only place you're gonna enjoy yourself is in the ground. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And just to show you, oh wait, this one. Haha! This is a culmination of all the chapter's most evil versions of themselves. So, okay, right. You're more than welcome to tell me I'm wrong. However, I think that these particular identities, if it was in the game, should be 4 stars because, not because they're good, but because they are so interlinked with that character's story that they should be a special rating because it is quite literally their mirror self. That's what I think, at least. Anyway, so yeah, I've I've had manager of La Mancha Land Dawn for quite a while, and I honestly, that felt like such the perfect time to reveal it. Like it felt so freaking clean of a reveal, and I think that it really worked. That being said, what do I think of Dawn's chapter? People have been telling me that this is going to become my #1 favorite chapter, and if I had to rate it, I wouldn't say it's my favorite. However, honestly, I think it is really up there. Like, I remember talking about how Gregor's was a C because it's an introduction. I'm sorry, I really did not like Yisong's chapter. I don't think it was good. We haven't done Hong Lu's, but honestly, I would still say Dawn's chapter is probably 2 or 3 on my list. It's up there. It is a very good chapter, but I think what kind of drags it down for me is, for one, I don't like the blue people. I think the blue clan is just stupid. We could be totally fine without Demian. Honestly, we probably could have been totally fine without Sanson. Even though he did reveal a lot of the backstory, we kind of got a lot of it revealed later anyway. So I feel like the inclusion of the blue boys is just unnecessary. It kind of just tells you what you're already gonna learn or already know. Because it's like, we went through the entire Bari backstory and, like, you know, how their adventure started and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But it was kind of undermined by the fact that we already saw, like, a half version of it from Sanson. And I think it would have been a little bit more special if, honestly, he wasn't here. That's my opinion. I know there's a lot of people who really like Demian, who probably really like the entire Blue Squad. So, if you like them, more power to you. I just personally feel that they take away from the chapters that they're in. For example, Sinclair's, oh no, we're melting. Good thing Demian one-shot, Cromer, whatever. It's like, for one, when you're actually winning the fight in gameplay and it hard cuts to, oh no, we're all dead! It's really, it doesn't feel good. And then to have some dude literally fly in and one-shot the boss, it takes away everything from the characters. Like, Sinclair never really had an ending, because he didn't get to accomplish anything. He, for all intents and purposes, died. Like, and that's why I hate Demian so much, is because he completely sidelined Sinclair's finale. Because why not? And then I also feel like Sanson would have, if he was just there off and on, I think that would have been better. Like, for example, when you're fighting the barber and he shows up and just teleports away with her, I mean, you could have just had it to where a bunch of blood fiends suddenly jump you to protect her and she gets away. Like, very easily could have been written another way that didn't have him included at all. Or, honestly, you could have even had it to where some of the blood fiend hunters tried to run in and kill her. However, they didn't want you being in the way, so they turned on you, and while they're fighting you, she gets away. You know what I mean? Like, I feel that there's ways around having the Blue Squad, but again, that's just me. But overall, I really do like the dream. I like how Sancho realizes that it's as much her dream, if not more, than Dawn. And I really like her sort of slow realization of that, up until Dante is about to die, because silver-haired Dawn, for all intents and purposes, could have just one-shot all of us. He showed as much. He had his freaking Spirit Bomb move, which one-shot everyone. As you're fighting him and taking chip damage, you already feel like, oh man, this is a bit of a losing battle, because even when we win clashes, he's still doing damage to us. Like, it doesn't matter how hard we fight, he's still getting an edge on us. And so, the ending of Dawn's chapter is perfect. Even though he wins and he kills everyone, basically, it feels fitting, because throughout the fight, you are being beaten down by him even while winning. And it's very much like a, I don't know if we can do this. Like, he's stronger than us. And so that, to me, it felt so good for Dawn to show up. And even though she's extremely beaten, she's basically on death's door, she still pulls through. And the fact that Dante helps her do that, to me, is also, it's very cute. I like it. I wish Sinclair would have gotten something similar, and the fact that Dawn was able to get something like this done also shows me that Sinclair really got robbed. Anyway, yeah, so I would say Dawn's chapter is definitely number 2 for me. So Heathcliff, Dawn, I'm not sure where the rest fall. I'll think that through later because it's late and I'm tired. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.